Hey guys, your boy MKS back with another cup of tea and another video. I hope everyone's well and not getting bored of my videos. I did realise recently that, or just now, that just a few minutes ago, that I've been uploading quite a few quite quickly. So hopefully people don't get bored of me. But yeah, hopefully people out there will enjoy. Hopefully some of you out there enjoy it. Anyway, I know enough of me waffling. So please check out 1 and 2 if you haven't already done so, and leave any comments you like in the comment section below. Whatever you want to say. And anyway, here I go, going on the list. So number 21, I would love God to give me like a good memory and like help me to remember things and organize myself and like get things done. Like I do have a good long-term memory, but a really poor short-term memory. So like I forget things which I'm supposed to do or whatever I have to. Like that's one of the reasons why I do things in list form. So like I don't forget the most basic of things or the most simple of things, basically. And but yeah, I'd love God to help me to remember more positive things, not just negative or embarrassing things and things like that. Number 22, on that note, I'd love God to help me to move on from any regrets I have and like deal with the things I can deal with and allow other things to be as they are, so to speak. You know what I mean? Like learn the difference between what I can deal with or what I can change and what I can't, and like deal with what I can change. Like I'd love to make everyone happy, but obviously it's not always easy, if even possible, to do so. So and things like things outside my control, like natural disasters or people suffering or things like that, unfortunately, as unfortunate as those things are, or things I'd love to change in the past. Sometimes from a selfish point of view, sometimes from a more selfless or less selfish point of view, and yeah, to look at like how to move on from regret, as I say, and look to the future and like also get things done and again deal what I can deal with and just get as much done as I can and again reach my full potential and things like that. Number 23, God help me to help as many people as possible, as I say, and like especially people from the poorest backgrounds and like 10% poorest people around the world, like animals and children and young people, like how to help them, like help me to help them and like to work with different charities, NGOs, philanthropic groups, and so on and so forth, and maybe like find best possible ways to set up my own, or at least work with existing organisations which do what sort of things I set out to do, or advise some ideas at least on think tanks, like getting more people like Aborigines or Maoris, people from Africa and all that sort of thing into STEM, especially young girls, which in the future could be future leaders. Not just like if you help women, you help people like now, which is great, but if you help children, like helping for the future as well, and like also people from Africa, like teaching each other as well, and also Aborigines and Maoris, as I say, in those sorts of areas. And in terms of science, engineering, entrepreneurship, English, maths, and things like that, for Asia and Native Americans, like helping them as well, and again like Latin Americans and also Ireland as well, as I said before. And also I'd love to fundraise. A little bit more of a selfish point of view, I'd love to fundraise for Serie A or Italian football, and Celtic as well. But I suppose if you could only ask for one thing, I suppose it would be to do that stuff, to do as much as I can for charity, and that sort of thing. But I would, if I'm really greedy, or if I could ask for many things, I know I'm kind of already asking for 30, but anyhow, yeah, if I could ask for more, I would say also like for like wealthy owners and people like that to invest in, or as many people as possible to invest, and organisations and companies to invest into Serie A or Italian football generally, and Celtic as well, including like spending money on youth facilities as well as buying players and that sort of thing, but also developing the future, like facilities for young people, like football pitches and footballs and training equipment and that sort of thing. But yeah, especially helping poorer people around the world as well, and disabled people, disadvantaged people, and looking after animals and having animal rights and other such causes, but as much fundraising as possible and that sort of thing. Number 24, I also wish for God to support democracies and countries that are colonized. 25, for God to support republics, all possible republics around the world. Excuse me. 26, again, especially to support countries that are colonized or divided or treated better, like South Africa, like black South Africans or South Africans of colour generally. and victims of apartheid, and also like diverse communities and areas in South Africa. I mean, a lot of the I wonder how race relations are in South Africa nowadays, but I think like the white South Africans who want to integrate with the indigenous, like indigenous South Africans or the non-white South Africans, I think I wouldn't mind supporting them, but as long as it didn't support those who want to be separate and who don't get on well with the black or other people of colour, the black people or other people of colour in South Africa. But so if it was diverse groups or people of colour, I would love to support those, and disadvantaged groups in South Africa, as well as like Central Africa and across Africa. But I think the most important thing is for them to unite, so the funding will be more useful, I think, as well. But yeah, any group that's been oppressed and countries that have been divided, like Ireland and like Morocco, Ireland, Argentina, I was going to say Mexico, but I think they were divided. But Spain or any countries like that. I think even South Africa was divided as well, and countries like that. And yeah, so the countries that were divided, as I say, as well as especially those that were colonized as well. And number 27, also to bless countries that didn't colonize us. I think India is one of the few countries that probably fits all four of those groups. It's a democracy. It's the world's largest democracy by population. It's a republic. It was colonized and it didn't colonize anyone else, as far as I'm aware. 28, again, supporting groups and individuals who have been through bad things like victims of abuse or bullying, physical, mental, or other such forms of abuse. If I should mention the word, but yeah, like victims of child abuse or things like that. I'd love to support those people. I wish for God to support those people and help me to do the same. And also, like God, support those groups more than I ever could as well. Again, those who have gone through poverty or bad things in life as well, and like countries or areas which have gone through natural disasters or other bad problems. Hopefully, I wish for God to help them, like Lebanon, which have gone through like explosions recently, India, which went through a plane crash, Native Americans, which are going through things like COVID and other problems that they face, like health problems. So I wish for God to bless those. 29, a bit of a biased one again, but I wish for God to bless people who have things in common with me, like olive-skinned, part olive-skinned, mixed race, and learning disabled people, including people with dyslexia, dyspraxia, ADHD, autism, and other neurodiverse conditions, and possibly disabled people with mental health problems as well. And also like people from Eurasian nations, transcontinental countries generally, the Middle East and the Mediterranean as well, especially, I'll say, Italian football. And number 30, yeah, if I had more wishes, I'd probably ask for a few more things. Some of them I probably should include on YouTube. But anyway, I probably won't get into that right now. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video and the others as well. And as ever, please let me know what you think, even like if it's things like constructive criticism or what I can improve. Again, you can comment anything you like, preferably positive, but whatever you like. Anyway, I'm out. Peace and love.